flies as the Mets took care of the Cubs 8-1. The Mariners hit 3 long balls as they took down the Red Sox on the road 8-3. The Yankees beat the Tribe in Cleveland 3.
Welcome inside Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles. Today, a matchup out of the National League West between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
Tommy Pham is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Dero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Three and 0 now. Our temperature should get us up into the 70s as we move along. 68 at first pitch. Here it comes on 3-0. And he lays off ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
Batting second, the second baseman.
In at the plate is Jake Cronenworth. Now the first pitch here from Price. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Pham on at first, nobody out. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
Dero, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
The 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
A look to first by Price, and a dive, but he's back in. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Batting 4.
2 down with a runner at first, and standing in now the always dangerous third baseman Manny Machado. From the stretch.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
Price ready with the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A runner on first with 2 away. Now a ground ball to Seager at short. Fielded cleanly. A flip will go to Taylor at second for the force, and the inning is over. 1 left for San Diego. It's the Padres nothing. Dodgers coming up. You're watching MLB Network. Dinelson Lamet will be the man on the mound for the Friars. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around and pitch better in this one here today.
First pitch on the way. Mookie Betts is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win 1, lose 1. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
The 1-1 home. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone to protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
At the plate now, Justin Turner. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's only 2 for 10. The 1-0.
Nope, that's away.
Lamet Has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
So to get his day started at the plate, Corey Seager tried to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. And it's 1-1. Bouncer up the middle. He's got it. The second for 1. On to Hosmer. A double play, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books. Scoreless on MLB Network. New inning set to get underway. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Will Myers.
Will Myers.
First delivery to him. Myers awaiting the 1-0. 2-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. Reined in. Throw is in time for the first out of the second.
That is good.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
In to hit will be Trent Grisham. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. Still struggling at the plate with an average well under 200. 1 home run, 9 driven in. The windup and the 0-1. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit on the ground to third. Turner has it. On to first, and the Price is right here, 2 away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in, and something to watch out for is whether or not he'll be able to extend his 8-game hitting streak. Now the pitch.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Here's a pop-up now. Smith moving to his left. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score.
Baby, you should already know that. Top of the game with an ounce of that back. Riding through the city in a magic throwback. West Coast lifestyle, watching the dope stack.
At the plate now is Cody Bellinger. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Cody Bellinger.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasted this thing, putting himself in the scoring position to start off the inning.
Here now is Will Smith. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Smith has a batting line residing in the 290s, looking to boost that even higher here. Called strike at the knees. 1-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Bellinger stands at second with no outs. 2-2 to the Dodgers catcher.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch. It hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
In now, A.J. Pollock, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1 and 2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
From the belt, kicks and deals. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Next up is Max Muncy. And this will be fouled away. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Comes set, the 0-1.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. If he's able to execute with that type of velocity, fastballs up and in, I can't imagine. Not only is he going to break a ton of bats today, but he's going to open up that down and away with the soft stuff later in the game.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. One and two. Here it is.
Nope.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
He's set. The 2-2. And it's fouled away. And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a chopper to third. Machado has it. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. One left for LA. We'll move to the third with no score. That'll bring up Austin Nola, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. Now here's the first offering. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. Feel for all his pitches.
Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So with one away now, let's quickly give you a look at the standings in the National League West entering play today, as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Digging in next, Dinelson Lamet. First pitch on the way. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many.
This is skied into short left center. On the move is Pollock. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. First offering on its way. And the Friars are into the hit column.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Into the box, Jake Cronenworth. Ball one, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Now a throw over, but the runner's back easily. Ready with the 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0. Pham is off at first with 2 away. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Has a look, now the pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Junior.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Oh. 1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0. Swing and a blooper down the right field line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. The throw to the plate. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
So 2 on with 2 away, and that'll bring in Manny Machado. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
1-2. Here it is. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Friars forced to settle for just the 1. So now to the plate, Chris Taylor. His prior history versus this arm. He's just 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run.
Taylor.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command. 0-2.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
To 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch.
2-2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Here it comes. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Now the payoff pitch home. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
To the plate now, David Price. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. One out, nobody on. Now it's 2-0.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Bases are empty here with 2 away. And up next, one of the terrific talents in the game, Mookie Betts. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball right down the line in left. Pham is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Padres lead it 1-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Will Myers.
Right fielder, number 4, Will Myers.
First delivery to him. The windup and the 0-1. Hit to third. Turner's got it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Digging in now for San Diego, Trent Grisham. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the first pitch here from Price. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitch his second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Lined hard to center field. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike to the Padres' first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down the left field line and deep. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. The 1-2.
That's ball 2. Okay.
Lifted down the line in left. Pollock has a read on it. And the inning is over. Padres down in order, but they lead it 1-0.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a groove.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And digging in at the plate will be Justin Turner.
The third baseman, Justin Turner.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Turner has a batting line residing in the 290s. Looking to boost that even higher here. There's that slider, truly in an unhittable spot. It's 1-1. And he misses 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 2-1. Bounce to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
So 1 down, no one aboard. And up next, the former All-Star shortstop, Corey Seager. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. That evens it up 1-1. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Right side and right into the shift. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now back, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up the former National League MVP, Cody Bellinger. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Now here it comes. Unable to find the zone with the slider. Lifted in the air out to center field. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They still trail 1-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next to hit is the catcher, Austin Nola.
Austin Nola.
And the pitch.
That's the ball.
Hit in the air to right field. Bats on the run. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
The pitcher,
Well, he hit that one pretty well, all the way out to the warning track, and clearly there's some hard dirt out there because that ball bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
Into the box now, Dinelson Lamet. And they'll try to get the man to third as he puts this one down. And that's the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
So now a runner on at second with one away. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. He's set and the pitch. Line drive to left. Pollock is going to get there as he backs up to put it away. And there are two gone now.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
So a runner in scoring position with two men gone, and that'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Bellinger is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Padres leave one. They lead it 1-0. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field and Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitcher.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the catcher,
First pitch on its way. Will Smith will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up one hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Chopped weakly to the left.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the second game of this series.
So now to the plate, A.J. Pollock. Lays off 1-0. Struck out in his first at-bat. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
And a full count now, 3-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter. It's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy as he'll take a look at ball 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
Okay, if you're in this lineup right here, game on, boys. I know he's got power stuff, but if he's going to come middle of the plate, you better be ready to pull the trigger.
2-1 the count. Two out, nobody on. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. 3-2 now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Tatis has a play. And the inning is over. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. 5 innings complete. Padres lead it 1-0. Now at the plate, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
And now the first pitch. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Down and away, ball 1. Back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Now a move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Here's Manny Machado now, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. A ball and a strike now to Machado. Here's the 1-1.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Working for the punch out and the offering. On the ground to second base. This could be two. There's one. Back to first, and Machado's retired as well. It's a double play.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper two-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
So here's Will Myers. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Trent Grisha.
At the plate now, Trent Grisham, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Strike swinging, chased a high one there. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Myers leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And that last pitch from Price was number 73 in the ballgame. Struck him out. One left for San Diego, but they're up 1-0. Ready now is Chris Taylor to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
Now here's the pitch. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Here it comes. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously an important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Zach Rex is going to come on as a pinch hitter now, so that means we've seen the last of David Price. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. set with the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. And that's in there. Base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
The 0-2 home hit high in the air down the right field line, and that's going to fall for a base hit. The runner scores from second. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Striding in is Justin Turner, and it seems like maybe they're starting to get to the guy on the mound a bit now.
Yeah, that could be a sign that he's starting to wear down a little bit, Matt. The first thing to go when you're getting tired is usually your command. So even if you're throwing strikes, they might be a little bit more hittable than they were earlier in the game.
All right, something to keep an eye on if he remains in the game much longer. He's set. Here it comes as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. The 1-0.
And now after those consecutive hits, he's either tickling or starting to lose control of the strike zone, finding himself in a very dangerous situation here. And I do think he's getting tired now. Could be his last hitter here.
The 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
3-0 pitch is looked at for the first strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Here comes the Padre manager up out of the dugout heading for the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he won't be able to win this one, and barring a miracle by the pen, would be on the hook for the loss should a run score here. Joe Musgrove is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Corey Seager. Lifetime numbers against Joe Musgrove. He's gone 2 for 8. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Seager is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score as that run breaks the tie and makes this a 2-1 ball game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First offering on its way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his own. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
The 0-1 pitch. Betts on second. Turner is over.